People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
This is a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you People's State Bank and Grant Regional Health Center coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by House Electric, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Bytech Incorporated, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Claire Bank, Donnie's Tire and Auto, Fuller's Milker Center, Gary's Pest Control, Community First Bank, Guy's Truck and Tractor Service, Hermson's Ace Hardware, Krantz Auto Parts, the Peterson Agency, the Raleigh Cheese House, Mound City Bank, the Russell Law Office, the Shoebox, Sloan Implement, Timmerman's Talents, Tricor Insurance, and Wolf Construction.
Last Saturday, these two teams both came home with hardware, but the next piece of hardware up for grabs means so much more. Belleville and Cuba City now just 2 games away from the state tournament at the Resch Center next week. And their push continues tonight with the sectional semifinal here in Lancaster. Welcome to our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school girls basketball, presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, powered in the postseason by Tim Slack Auction and Realty and H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. On Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tonight, it's the rematch between the Cuba City Cubans and the Belleville Wildcats in the sectional semifinal round. Live tonight from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth, this is Matthew Gannon. And what a great game we are going to have between these two teams here tonight. Two of the area's better basketball teams, obviously making it this far, kind of looking at how those teams made it here. An interesting path for the both of them. First off, for Belleville, they took some lumps early in their year, which is something that you're going to hear coming up from Coach Eric Legal when I had a chance to speak with him on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show. And, you know, as I said, he mentioned that, but he was able to work with his girls to get over some of those humps and some of those losses that they took earlier in the season. One of those cases being with Argyle Pecatonica, a team who defeated them early in November, who they turned around and got revenge on Saturday to win the regional finals. Another team they did fall to, however, Cuba City. The other team coming into this one, taking a look at the bracket in this matchup, Cuba City, the 1 seed in this subsectional, sectional 3B in the D4 girls bracket. Belleville, the 3 seed. For the Cubans, all year, we haven't really seen what their full potential is up until now. They've been dealing with injuries to star players Dia Chris and Olivia Olson throughout the year, specifically Olivia Olson, who's committed to play Division I basketball next year at Milwaukee. But now that she's back, now that Chris is back, even if those two are not fully at 100%, if they're even close to 100%, we get a lot closer to seeing what the full potential of this Cuba City girls basketball team is, who finished just points away from gold last year against Laconia in the state championship. And now that they've recovered from injuries, they got their 3rd straight SWAL championship, a share of that with Mineral Point, who they would then defeat in the rubber match. by a rather large margin to win the third straight regional championship here for these Cubans. And now looking to make it back to the sectional finals here tonight, which they could do with a win, and that would be their second win of the season over Belleville. As I mentioned, I had a chance to speak with Coach Eric Legal of the Belleville Wildcats. I also had the opportunity earlier today to talk to Coach Jason Derby of the Cuba City Cubans. You'll hear from both of them coming up after this on the Raleigh Cheese Pregame Show. This is the Raleigh Cheese Pregame Show, presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Eric Legal, the head coach of the number 3 Belleville Wildcats. After this is high school girls basketball on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 1.
From small-town businesses to large multi-state operations, Tricor Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed. Working with leading insurance companies like Auto Owners Insurance. They'll be there when you need them most. Visit TricorInsurance.com to learn more about Tricor Insurance Cycle of Care.
Speeding and reckless driving are leading causes of injuries and deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Whether you're an athlete or a spectator, control your drive on our streets, county roads, and highways to keep all travelers safe. Don't speed. Don't be reckless. Zero in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives. This message from the Queen Bee Radio family of stations and the WIAA.
Who's gotten this text? Please pick up milk and bread on your way home. Milk is easy, skim or 2%, but with so many choices, the bread aisle can be a bit much. Thankfully, I'm friends with Loafy. He gave me a tip that makes finding the perfect loaf as simple as he is. For the only bread that's baked locally and delivered fresh daily, just look for the Country Hearth logo on the package. And not only is it the best, dozens of Country Hearth products now have also lower prices. So the next time you're lost in the bread aisle, take it from Loafy and look for Country Hearth.
Schultz Funeral Home reminds us that alcohol-related driving accidents claim thousands of lives each year. When you take to our roads this St. Patrick's Day, use the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and common sense, because safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. This message is courtesy of Schultz Funeral Home, with their 2 locations to serve you better in DeWitt and Grand Mound. Serving the area for 45 years, that's Schultz Funeral Home, on the air because they care, asking all listeners to arrive alive. Don't drink and drive. Pregame 1.
Welcome back to the Raleigh Cheese Pregame Show on Super Hits 106 on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tonight we're in Lancaster as Belleville and Cuba City get set for battle in this 2025 WIAA Girls Basketball Sectional Semifinal. We are now joined by Eric Legal, the head coach of the Wildcats. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, now, Coach, you come into this one 21-5 in the season with only 2 losses since the start of the new year. Please give me a recap of this season to this point for your Wildcats.
Yeah, it's been a very successful second half of the season. We've had a really tough schedule. When you look at our losses. We had a loss to Cambridge here in January, but our other losses were to Cuba City, Albany, Argyle Pack. Can't think of the other one on the top of my head, but, all really, really good teams. And so, for us, we took our bumps early in the year, to Argyle and Albany, and Ponte was the other one that we had early in the season. And, to the girls, it was frustrating at times. We felt like we were a really good team right there, and we're just trying to get over the hump. But this group of girls has kind of really bought into taking those bumps along the way and figuring out what we have to do different. And the second half of the season, that Mineral Point game was a big game for us, going in, kind of, knowing this is another opportunity to get a good win. And we were able to play really good basketball that day. And, since then, the confidence has been high, and we've been playing good basketball on both ends of the floor. So looking forward to another matchup against Cuba City. They're obviously a really good team, but I know the girls are ready for another opportunity.
Yeah, next I would like to talk about that game that you just had against Argyle Pecatonica. They defeated you earlier this year, 58-69, and I've got to ask you, what changed between that late November game and now that led your Wildcats to a close victory in enemy territory for the regional championship.
Yeah, for that first game was very frustrating for the girls. I mean, we had the lead until probably the last kind of 7 minutes of the game. And, we were playing really good basketball up until that point. And then, they're pressure, and they have some really talented players. And, with the lead just kind of slowly slipped away from us. And then all of a sudden they're winning, and we just couldn't get momentum back. And so that one really kind of has sat there for a long time. And, going into this matchup the other night, for us, we had to remember what happened that game and make sure things were different. But I also told the girls, when we watched it, I said, look at all the good things that we did. We switched a few things up, a few matchups we switched up from the first time that we played them. Felt like it gave us a little bit better edge on the defensive side of the floor. And, we were able to come out and hit some shots. And I think when we did that, the girls just kind of remembered back to what we did the first time. Obviously, the second half, when you're up by 19 in the second half, I knew they were going to give us a run for their money, and they did, right? Their pressure got a few turnovers, got us in foul trouble, and just in the timeouts, I kept on telling them, we've been here before. This time, though, it needs to be different. We need to finish this game, and we were able to make a couple plays at the end, and they had a couple shots to tie, but they didn't fall that night.
Now, I would like to ask you something you've kind of already touched on. Another team you have played this year is the Cuba City Cubans, who defeated you by 15 in your first game of this new year. What did you and your girls take away from that one in early January in specific?
Yeah, the first half, it was a back and forth game. They would kind of go on their run, we would go on our run. We were able to close the door or bring it within a couple points going into half. The second half, though, unfortunately, they were able to hit a few shots on us, and their size, and not only their size in the post, but just their guards and how well a few of them have improved from last year to this year. And so for us, I told them we got to stay confident, but also know that, we got to make sure that we execute and, follow the game plan.
All right, now for our Russell Law Office's injury report, are there any injuries to report before this sectional semifinal game tonight?
Knock on wood, nothing happens tonight at practice, but we're all healthy going in.
All right, now last question for you. Cuba City finished just points away from taking home a gold ball last year, instead ending up with silver, and this year they bring back many of the same pieces they had on that state runner-up team. What will it take to keep your 11-game winning streak alive, defeat the Cubans, get one step closer to Green Bay?
Yeah, I mean, for us, we're going to have to come out and execute on the offensive end. I'm not going to lie. It's going to come down to, what team can hit some shots too. Hitting shots obviously opens both teams post-game up on the inside. And so offensively for us, being patient, hitting some shots. And then on the defensive end, we're going to have to fly around. With them adding Olsen into the mix and Dia coming back and, with their length, with Vosberg and shooters around them, I told the girls, you can't shut them out, and they need to understand that, right? They're going to go on their runs, and so we just got to stay patient, stay positive, and make sure that we make adjustments along the way. And while we do that, we got to fly around on that end. So, if we can do that, I think we can give ourselves a shot and, be there at the end.
All right. Thank you to Coach Eric Legal for joining us on the Rally Cheese pregame show. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Once again, that's Coach Eric Legal of the Belleville Wildcats. You'll hear from Coach Jason Derby of the Cuba City Cubans after these messages on the Rally Cheese pregame show. This is the high school girls basketball sectional semifinals on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 2.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Steve Schmidt, owner of the Shoebox in downtown Black Earth. We have thousands of pairs of shoes in stock, no waiting, so stop in anytime, specializing in size, selection, and fit. We will save you money. P.S. We measure both feet. Stop into the Shoebox, the largest shoe store at the north end of Black Earth.
Please remember, Easter is not about candy eggs and chocolate bunnies.
That's what the Queen Bee Radio Easter Bunny Candy Parade is all about. Snickers, Twizzlers, M&M's, Smarties, Blow Pops, Skittles, and more. Keep listening to find out more very soon.
Are you tired of hearing, "I'm bored" from the kids after school? The Bell Tower Theater can help with that. They have 4 amazing classes to choose from, so you are sure to find something perfect. No experience necessary. All kids, kindergarten through 6th grade, are welcome. This 6-week session of classes starts March 24th. Registration deadline is March 12th, and spaces are limited. Financial assistance is available. Call the Bell Tower Theater at 563-588-3377 or online at belltowertheater.net.
Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont and Prairie du Chien is who to call for top quality CHI overhead doors. Enhance the curb appeal and security of your home by choosing the fine line of CHI overhead doors from Carey's. And when it comes to seamless gutters that keep your home protected from water damage, Carey's has you covered too. Visit Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com today to learn more. They'll service all the rest, and they deal in the best. Get your new CHI overhead doors at Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont and Prairie du Chien.
Pregame 2.
Back in the Rally Cheese pregame show, and tonight, with just 2 steps to go until Rush Center, it's round 2 between the Belleville Wildcats and the Cuba City Cubans on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We are now joined by Jason Derby, the head coach of the Cuba City Cubans. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the coverage as always.
All right, now first question I have for you is, as we take a look at your playoff push so far, you've taken down Parkview and Mineral Point in dominant wins, and your offense has looked really, really good in both of those games, scoring better than around 85 points per game over that stretch. What's been making your offense click so far in this postseason run?
Yeah, I mean, getting a little bit healthier certainly doesn't hurt us, but I think that some of it is from the defense. And yeah, we've hit some shots, but we feel the defensive end is the spot that's where we want to hang our hats, because you're going to have off games on offense, and you hope you never need to have an off game on defense. So I think, the defense has been a big part of it. And yeah, I think any time in the playoffs, it's a given that you got to not turn the ball over and you got to rebound. So those things have been going well. And when those things go well, you have a chance to have some fun offensive nights.
Yeah, and that brings me right into my second question and talking about your defense. You've been able to create a lot of turnovers, limit your fouls, and different things like that so far in this postseason run. What girls have been starring for you specifically on the defensive end, and what have you been trying to focus on defensively?
I think it's been a team effort, which it has been all year. We've been pretty balanced throughout, but I think we have a lot of girls. Really, our whole lineup buys into defense, and that's a credit to all of them, and it's a credit to those girls that don't get in the game as much either, because they're the ones that we're playing against in practice most of the time. So I really think up and down the lineup, it's been good defensively. Emily Wigman always does a great job for us. Ella Vosberg is tough. Can really put her on anybody, which is really helpful when another team has just a tall athlete that can play. That helps to have Ella. But Olivia Olsen has done well. Allie Ingersoll has done well. Ashley Rowe, Summer Rogers has played some big minutes against post players for us, and we feel like we can put her anywhere too. So I really think they've all done a really nice job. Dia Christ is obviously just a game changer when she's able to be in there in the middle, just between blocking shots, and just that physical body and rebounding is huge to have in there for us. So it's been a team effort.
All right, now for the second round in a row here tonight, you're going to have the opportunity to play a team that you've already taken on this year. How do you think that helps you into the postseason, having some familiarity in your opponent?
I mean, we've seen them before, but a lot of things change from January 2nd to now. So they're a completely different team. They've improved greatly. We hope we've improved greatly too, and they'll be ready to go. They're well coached. We have tons and tons of respect for Belleville's program, and they're coached. They do things the right way. So it's fun to play a team like that in such a big game, and we'll go out and see what they have to throw at us, and we'll hopefully have something to throw at them too.
All right, now for Russell Law Office's injury report, are there any new injuries to report for your Cubans since that regional final matchup on Friday?
Nope, nothing new, fortunately, so knock on wood.
All right, and then last thing for you, as I mentioned, you were able to take down Belleville the first time you played them this year. Now in the sectionals and into March, what's it going to take out of your Cubans to pick up a win tonight?
rebound, don't turn the ball over.
All right, simple as that. In tonight's sectional semifinals, it's Belleville and Cuba City. We would like to thank Coach Jason Derby for joining us on the Rally Cheese pregame show. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Once again, that's Coach Jason Derby of the Cuba City Cubans. We'll wrap up the Rally Cheese pregame show after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 3.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
This is Shane Bertzloff from Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque. If you're looking for dependability in a new or used vehicle, Toyota has 7 out of the top 12 vehicles that last over 200,000 miles, ranking number 2 in J.D. Power's dependability study. Toyota also has 5 of the top 10 vehicles with the best resale value, according to Kelley Blue Book. Come see us to find your Toyota at Anderson Weber Toyota when you're ready.
Anderson Weber Toyota, next to Target in Dubuque. Visit them online at AndersonWeberToyota.com.
Pregame 3.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Down to 5 minutes left in these pregame warm-ups as we get set to get underway in our sectional semifinal game between Belleville and Cuba City. We'd like to thank Coaches Derby and Weigel for their time on the Rally Cheese pregame show. And in those interviews, you heard the Russell Law Office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell Law Offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. Now for a look at the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Let's take a look at what we've got tonight in the area. 3 games on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. Our D5 game sees Schulzberg taking on Barneveld in Richland Center. That one's on 97.7 Country WGLR on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Of course, we're here for the D4 game in Lancaster on Super Hits 106 on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, and it's a YouTube-only broadcast in Dodgeville for the D3 game between Prairie du Chien and Edgerton. The Blackhawks and the Tigers in that one. Now let's take a look at our projected starting lineups. Those starting lineups, as always, are presented by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. First, the starters for the number 3 Belleville Wildcats, your designated away team here tonight. Belleville starting a 5'8" sophomore, number 3, Nicole Schultz. A 5'7" senior, number 5, Addison Edge. A 5'7" junior, number 12, Toria DeVoe. A 5'5" sophomore, number 14, Kylie Leitz. And a 5'11" senior, number 34, Maddie DeSmet. And on the other side, the starters for Cuba City, a 5'4" senior guard, number 5, Emily Wigman. A 5'7" junior guard, number 12, Ashley Rowe. A 5'7" senior guard, number 22, Olivia Olson. A 5'10" senior forward, number 31, Ella Vosberg. And a 6' senior center, number 44, Dia Christ. Those are your starters for both sides. And we'll also get you now our colors of the game, presented by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Belleville in their road Under Armours, Belleville across the chest in yellow with a white outline. Yellow stripes on those with some white accents as well. Numbers on the front and back in yellow. For Cuba City, yellow as well. They're wearing their home whites, however, on those Nike uniforms. Cuba City across the chest. Numbers on the front and back yellow with black outlines. The interlocking CC logo, used more recently by Cuba City, on the top of the back of those jerseys. Simple yellow stripes on those uniforms. We'll take another break here and wrap up the Rally Cheese pregame show after this. This is the sectional semifinal on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 1.
Hi, I'm Jessica Paulson, your personal banking officer at Mound City Bank in Platteville. Did you know that Mound City Bank offers free checking to nonprofit organizations? In addition, we offer interest-bearing checking, money market, savings, and certificate of deposit accounts with competitive rates. Every nonprofit checking account includes a free debit card along with many extras. Stop by or call us at 608-348-2685 for more details or any questions. Mound City Bank, proud to be here for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We all know how unpredictable the weather in our area can be. Tune in to Super Hits 106 as we'll keep you up to date on all the cancellations and delays affecting the tri-states. Cancellations and delays are presented by Anderson Auto of Platteville. Make sure you don't get stuck out in the cold with a visit to Anderson Auto Repair in Platteville. They'll check your fluids, including oil and antifreeze, plus tires, suspension, and more. And they'll get you in right away and back on the road. Learn more about Anderson Auto Repair on Facebook.
In Game 1.
Back at Super Hits 106 of the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel as we wrap up this Raleigh Cheese pregame show with the Cuba City High School fight song. It's been the Cuba City High School pet band with our pregame entertainment here tonight as we get set for this one between the Wildcats and the Cubans. We'll tell you that tonight's game is brought to you by Mound City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop at Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. Learn more at MoundCityBank.com. Community First Bank for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com. Member FDIC and Cuba City Collision and Repair. Cuba City Collision and Repair is recommended by a long list of satisfied customers. See Joel Groom, Brian Cohn, and the crew at Cuba City Collision and Repair. And finally brought to you by Anderson Rubber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Rubber Toyota in Dubuque, when you are ready. The first supply, first half, after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 2.
Better health starts here, and that means getting the care you need close to home when you need it. Grant Regional Health Center offers a wide variety of outpatient services, including wound care, IV infusions, injections, blood transfusions, antibiotic therapy, and much more. We've expanded our offerings to better serve you. Before you travel out of town or hours away, call us at 608-723-1309 to inquire about receiving outpatient services here. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
What happened to customer service? You're expected to check yourself out at the store, you're expected to pay 3% extra to use credit cards, and you're expected to unbox your own mattress and set it up yourself. Well, not at Dubuque Mattress. Hi, this is Doug Dolter with Dubuque Mattress. At Dubuque Mattress, customer service is alive and well. When you buy a mattress from us, we take care of everything. We deliver, set up, and get rid of the old mattress for you. We don't charge for using credit cards, and we offer free financing. Dubuque Mattress, for the rest of your life.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
In Game 2.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, about to get set in our first supply, first half in the sectional semifinal round between Cuba City and Belleville. We'll tell you our game tonight is brought to you by Mark and Trish Thompson's IGA in Cuba City. They want to wish the Cuba City basketball team good luck. Thompson's IGA in Cuba City is hometown proud. Go Cubans. Casey McNett Funeral Home and Cremation Service is proud to back Cuba City basketball for compassionate care in your family's time of loss. Trust Casey McNett Funeral Home and Cremation Service in Cuba City. And McNett Pet Cremation, proud to back Cuba City basketball. They're now here to serve your entire family during times of loss. Honoring pets and preserving memories, McNett Pet Cremations in Cuba City. Brett Rogers Construction, Cuba City. Quality works at the right price for all your home improvement needs, inside and outside. They love what they do, and you will too. Brett Rogers Construction, Cuba City. Leo's Used Cars 2. See Curtis Pine and Josh Weber for your next ride. Leo's Used Cars 2 on Main Street in Dickeyville. Wishing Ella and the girls the best of luck. And the Applied Micro staff are your local computer sales and service specialists for new computers or quick tech fixes. Applied Micro offers top-of-the-line computers for every need, home or business. Applied Micro Computers, made easy. Service you can trust. And by Schneidl's Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. See Bradley Schneider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Schneidl's Heating and Cooling in Bloomington. About to get underway here. This is my third time here in the last 2 weeks, and I can say, Lancaster High School, you do a starting lineup justice. Very, very cool atmosphere here for a postseason game. They're the hosts in Sectional 3B for the boys and girls sectional semifinals, and it's time for this girls sectional semifinal to get underway. Both student sections, loud. At the middle, it's going to be DeSmet and Vosburg, and the tip is won by Ella Vosburg and Cuba City, and we're underway in the sectional semifinal round. Chris inside, gets the easy 2 to go right away. Early 2-0 lead for Cuba City, 10 minutes into this one. How will Belleville respond? Here's Schultz, goes to the corner, 3-ball in the air. That one off the mark from Toria DeVoe. Chris with the board, going the other way. Olsen, Vosburg, reverse layup off the mark. Gets her own miss. Putback won't go. Third chance is good. 2 ugly misses into 1 pretty make for Ella Vosburg, who had arguably the largest role in Cuba City's win over Mineral Point in the regional finals, and it's a 4-0 lead for Cuba City in the first minute of our first supply first half. And we'll get a foul here. A little over-aggressive there from Ashley Rowe. That's the first team foul on Cuba City as well. Grant Regional Health Center's Ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provides exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Here's DeVoe taking it up for Belleville. Passes over to Addison Edge. Edge, miscommunication as Leets can't hang on to that one. Out of bounds, it's Cuba City ball. Here's Olsen. Fake pass, short, and we're going to get an over-the-back foul on Cuba City. And that is the first foul on Ella Vosburg. 2 quick fouls on Cuba City, but they still hold the 4-0 lead with 16:45 to go in our first supply first half. Here's Edge, back up top to DeSmet. Now inside, that shot looks like it might have been rejected, but we will get a foul call. And that is going to go on Emily Wigman, her first. And that will send Addison Edge to the free throw line. She looks to put the first points of the night on the board for the Wildcats. Her first one off the mark. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center at the bottom of Main in Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Addison Edge, second one, no good. 0 for 2 on her first trip to the line. Cuba City going the other way. Here's Olsen. Kicks to her left to Rowe. Kick out there, and that 3-ball no good by Wigman. Rowe with an offensive board. Olsen will fire the deep 3. That one, no good back iron, and the rebound is won there by Nicole Schultz and the Wildcats. Here's DeSmet inside, and a foul there. That's going to go on Ashley Rowe. That is foul number 2 on Ashley Rowe. Definitely something to keep an eye on. And the free throw, no good there by Toria DeVoe. Russell Law Offices here to assist you with your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. Free throw, good there by DeVoe. And that is the first score of the night for Belleville. 2 minutes into this one, 4-1. Is the lead for Cuba City. Inside, and Chris gets the 2 to go. Dia Chris good on the inside there. Here's Belleville on the other side. DeSmet, no good off the mark. Rebound to Cuba City, they'll take it the other way. Olsen on the inside, hook shot, too strong, no good. Saved by Summer Rogers, out to Wigman, and her 3-ball, no good. This one out of bounds. It's going to be Belleville's ball in front of this Cuba City bench. And here is the inbound. 2.5 minutes gone in the first supply. First half, 6-1, Cuba City's lead. Inside, Christ with the swat. That was Toria DeVoe with the shot, but Chris says, not today. No, thank you. Here's the inbound to DeVoe. She backs it out. Now has a lane inside, pops a floater, and it's good. Nifty bucket there by Toria DeVoe. She's got all 3 of Belleville's points so far, and that'll make it a 3-point game, 6-3 here, under 15 to play. Inside, Vosberg, quick catch and release for her second made field goal of the night. Vosberg and Christ with 4 apiece for Cuba City. Back the other way, a 3-ball on. Shot up there by Addison Edge. That's off the mark. And Summer Rogers can't cash in for 2 on the other side. Here's Edge, stolen away. Olsen with space, with time, and with the 2. And we'll get a timeout here by Belleville, 10-3. Cuba City with the early lead. We'll stay with you for this one. We're brought to you tonight by Bryant's Auto Body and Paint Specialists. The pros at Bryant's get the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Bryant's Auto Body and Paint, Lancaster. McNett Electric at Belmont can assist you with all your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural, business, and commercial needs. McNett Electric, Belmont. Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway. For free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and AyersFurniture.com. Also brought to you by Claire Bank with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Is proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Allegiant Oil LLC congratulates the Cuba City girls basketball team on their fantastic season. Turn to Allegiant Oil for all your propane and fuel needs. Allegiant Oil, your energy neighbor in the Back 9 Golf Simulator in Platteville. You can play Augusta right here at home. Find the Back 9 on Facebook for details. The Back 9 Golf Simulator, Business 151 Platteville. Approaching 4 minutes gone in the first half, 10-3. Cuba City jumps out to an early lead over Belleville, and a travel on DeSmet. And Cuba City back to the action here. Olsen takes it up for the Cubans. Works to her right, swings over to Chris. Chris off of Rogers' screen. Will go to Rogers in the near side corner. She fires the 3, and it's online. The first deep shot of the night. Good for Summer Rogers. Now 13-3. And that pass over the hands of Edge, a turnover. Looks like we're having an error with our scoreboard here. Still trying to get that Rogers 3-ball out of the scoreboard. Brought to you tonight by Pizzeria Uno, the Annex in the Back Bar. Southwest Wisconsin's favorite way to celebrate is pizza and drinks at Pizzeria Uno and the Annex in Platteville. And Cuba City Collision and Repair, they're recommended by a long list of satisfied customers. See Joel Groom and Brian Cohn in the queue at Cuba City Collision and Repair. Looks like we got that all straightened out. And we'll get back to the action. 13:41 to go in the first supply, first half, and a 13-3 lead for Cuba City. They've got a chance to add to it here. Here's Rogers in the near side corner, back up top to Wigman. Wigman kicks to Chris. Chris tries to spin inside, goes back out. Wigman, 3-ball, up and down. There's the first deep shot of the night for Wigman. And just like that, it's 16-3. Cuba City is cruising. Here's Leitz. Pass over to Schultz. Now cross court to DeVoe. DeVoe gets a screen, won't use it. Pressured there by Ingersoll, and another deflected ball. That'll stay on this end with the Wildcats. TC Networks at Platteville. From IT consulting to security cameras, door access control, and more. Learn about how they can help you at tcnetworks.com. Here's the inbound. And another play there to tip it out of bounds. That time it's Ashley Rowe. We'll keep it with Belleville. This time they'll inbound from the deep sideline. Addison Edge will inbound this one. Summer Rogers in her way. Here's the inbound to Leitz. Leitz to her left. Kicks over to Schultz. Now DeSmet with the left hand. Along the baseline, kicks out, extra pass. Edge tries for three, and that one off the mark. Here's Christ, inside, stops, pops, and gets two. It's bread and butter for Dia Christ. She's up to 6 tonight and leads all scorers with that number. Back the other way here. Edge with the left hand goes back out to Leitz. She'll try from the free throw line. That one no good off the glass as the rebound falls to Christ. Christ inside. That one stolen away into the hands of Addison Edge. Edge will push up to DeVoe. DeVoe to Edge. Now Leitz. DeSmet on the far side corner as we see it in the Wolf Construction broadcast booth and as you see it in the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered to the postseason by Tim Slack Auction and Realty and H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. DeSmet can't get the 2 to go inside, and Cuba City with the rebound. 18-3. The lead here for Cuba City. Christ spins, hook shot, too strong, no good. DeSmet with the board. Now quick pass up ahead. Leitz. Back to Edge. She thought about the deep three, won't take it. Leitz will take it from the corner, and that one was in, but it pops out. Ashley Rowe over to Wigman. Christ thought about the three. Won't take it. She'll try from the corner there, and it's off the mark. Rebound chased down and won by Nicole Schultz. On the outside there, DeVoe kicks over there, and it's the 2 for Kylie Leitz. That ends the scoring drought for Belleville to make it 18-5, Cuba City. That one out of bounds as Ingersoll tries to save it. We'll have a turnover there, Belleville ball. Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop in at Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com and Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFbank.com. Member FDIC. On the outside, here is Schultz. Kicks over to Leitz. Now to the near side wing to DeVoe. Gets a screen from DeSmet. DeVoe circles back out. Kicks up top to Schultz. Inside. And there's the 2 for Kylie Leitz. Leitz has 4 there. Back the other way, Vosberg, unguarded, gets the 2. Ella Vosberg, certainly not someone that you can leave wide open, and Cuba City hits the 20-point mark here in the first 8 minutes. They lead 20-7. We'll get a foul here on Ingersoll. #15 foul on Cuba City. Belleville yet to commit a foul. Here's the inbound to DeVoe. DeVoe kicks over here to Hayden Caskey. Now Schultz kicks to Caskey on the baseline. And right into the hands of Rowe. Rowe switches to her left hand, bounce pass, and Olsen scoops it into the hoop. (22-7). Cuba City on top here. Here's DeSmet. Now to the far side wing over to Schultz. That one tipped, so Belleville will retreat to the back court to pick that one up. Schultz with possession here as we approach the halfway point in our first half. And this one stolen away, but we'll get an out-of-bounds call. It'll stay with Belleville. Cuba City Collision and Repair. Cuba City Collision and Repair is recommended by a long list of satisfied customers. See Joel Groom, Brian Cohn, and the Q at Cuba City Collision and Repair. Here's the inbound. Up to DeVoe. At the top of the key there. She drives it inside and gets the 2 on the glass. It's been all DeVoe and Leitz so far. They've got all 9 of Belleville's points. DeSmet rips down the rebound there. She'll take it back the other way, 22-9, the Cuba City lead. Up top here is DeVoe, inside DeSmet, couple dribbles, goes up, got it, count it, and 1. There's the first bucket for DeSmet, as we'll get that Cuba City foul on Summer Rogers. That's her first and now the team's 6th foul. Free throw from DeSmet off the mark. That one did not hit the rim, so we'll inbound this one and go the other way. 8.5 to play here in the first supply, first half, an 11-point lead for Cuba City. It is 22-11. Here's Rowe outside. Wigman, 3-ball, no good. That skips over the rim. Vosberg chases down the board. Rowe will try the 3 from the near side wing, and that one off the mark as well. Another board there for Cuba City, and a travel. Mark and Trish at Thompson's IGA in Cuba City want to wish the Cuba City basketball team good luck. Thompson's IGA in Cuba City is hometown proud. Go Cubans. Casey Manette Funeral Home and Cremation Service, proud to back Cuba City basketball for compassionate care in your family's time of loss. Trust Casey Manette Funeral Home and Cremation in Cuba City. There's the floater left short by DeVoe. Cuba City will take it back the other way with under 8 to play in the first supply, first half. Entry pass, cut, and shot no good there by Vosberg, but she is fouled, so it's free throws on the way for Ella Vosberg. That'll be the first foul of the game on Belleville. It's going to go on Maddie DeSmet. The Applied Micro staff are your local computer sales and service specialists. For new computers or quick tech fixes, Applied Micro offers top-of-the-line computers for every need, home or business. Applied Micro computers, made easy service you can trust. First free throw, no good there. Another one on the way, and that one rattles home. 1 for 2 for Vosberg. Back the other way. Edge. Over to DeSmet. Inside Edge. Can't hang on to that pass. Into the hands of Cuba City. Olsen, Vosberg, can't save it. But the hustle play there by Wigman will create the jump ball. Possession arrow, however, in favor of Belleville. Leo's Used Cars 2. See Curtis Pint and Josh Weber for your next ride. Leo's Used Cars 2 on Main Street in Dickeyville. Wishing Ella and the girls the best of luck. On the outside, there's a 3, and it's on the mark. First bucket of the night for Addison Edge. And it was a rather large Cuba City lead. Now down to 9 points. Still sizable, but not as large as it has been. 23-14 your score. Brett Rogers Construction, Cuba City. Quality works at the right price for all your home improvement needs inside and outside. They love what they do, and you will too. Brett Rogers Construction, Cuba City. Here's Rowe on the far side wing. Kicks over to Chris. She'll try it from the free throw line, and that one off the mark. Offensive rebound won by Vosberg. Inside, Wigman cuts to the hole and gets 2. There's the first 2-point bucket for Wigman. She's up to 5 on the night with that one. DeSmet trying to back down. Christ will kick out here to Leitz. And this one out of bounds. Last touch by Olsen. McNett Pet Cremation is proud to back Cuba City basketball. They are now here to serve your entire family during times of loss, honoring pets and preserving memories. McNett Pet Cremation in Cuba City. Here's the inbound to DeVoe. Inside, DeSmet works through Christ and is fouled. There's the first foul on Dia Christ, 7th on Cuba City. So Belleville will shoot free throws the rest of the way. This time it's 2 on the way for Maddie DeSmet. First one, no good for DeSmet. Still looking for a first make at the line. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque when you are ready. And Schneidels Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Call Bradley Schneider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Schneidels Heating and Cooling in Bloomington. That one good there by DeSmet. Make it 25-15, a 10-point game with 6:15 to go in the first half. Inside, Vosberg can't get to go, gets her own rebound, kicks back out. Olsen, 3-ball, got it! There's the first triple for Olivia Olsen. They head back up to a 13-point Cuba City lead. Schultz works to her left, fires to Leitz. Leitz tries to spin to the free throw line, and that one just saved in front of the Cuban bench. This ball still on the deck, and we have a kicked ball. And we'll keep it on this side with Belleville. Great Regional Health Center's ortho team. Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provides exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here. Edge gets that ball in there to Schultz. Schultz goes back to Edge. Now DeSmet inside with the left hand, it's good. What a bucket for Maddie DeSmet, going to work on Dia Christ inside. Now Christ on the other end gets fouled. It's free throws on the way for Christ. That'll be a foul on Addison Edge. Her first, just the second of the half on Belleville. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect pay for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville, as Christ's first free throw is no good. Russell Law Offices, here to assist you with local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. And Bryan's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros of Bryan's get the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Bryan's Auto Body and Paint, Lancaster. 1 for 2 on that trip to the line is Dia Christ, her first good from the line so far tonight, and it's 7 points for her. A 12-point lead, 29-17 for Cuba City. Here Schultz works up top out of that near side corner over to Edge. Edge leaves for Leitz. Leitz near the free throw line, floater up, too strong, no good. Chris clears the board. Back the other way. Wigman over to Olsen. She'll fire for 3, and it's off the mark, but the putback is good by Ella Vosberg. And we'll get a timeout here for Belleville. 31-17, the Cuba City lead. Let's take a look on the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Only one score in so far. It's Edgerton leading Prairie du Chien early in Dodgeville, 15-8. We'll bring you scores on that one and our Schulzberg-Barneveld game as well throughout the night. McNett Electric of Belmont can assist you with all your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you with your agricultural, business, and commercial needs. McNett Electric, Belmont, and Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. Be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and AyersFurniture.com. Brought to you by Clare Bank with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Proud to support our community events. Clare Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, and Pizzeria Uno, the Annex in the back bar. Southwest Wisconsin's favorite way to celebrate is pizza and drinks at Pizzeria Uno and the Annex in Platteville. On the outside, DeVoe kicks to Edge. Edge works to her right. DeSmet trying to go to work on Christ. Goes up with the left hand and too strong. Christ wins the battle that time and comes away with the board. Olsen the other way. She'll push it inside with the right hand and almost scoop that one in. What a shot that would have been had it gone. Vosberg tracks down the rebound, so another opportunity on the way for Cuba City. Inside, Christ, too short with the right hand. And the rebound almost won by Cuba City, but thrown away out of bounds by Nicole Schultz. So after all that, it'll stay Cuba City basketball. Bytech Resource Management, a greener way. Bytech Resource Management of Monroe. And WCC Brands, custom apparel in Kieler and at WCC-brands.com. Here's the inbound. Christ will go up top to Olsen. 3:45 to go in the first half. Vosberg try to go to Rogers outside. Rogers just not quite ready for that pass. The Back Nine Golf Simulator in Platteville. You can play Augusta right here at home. Find the Back Nine on Facebook for details. The Back Nine Golf Simulator, Business 151, Platteville. And Allegiant Oil congratulates Cuba City girls basketball on their fantastic season. Turn to Allegiant Oil for all your propane and fuel needs. Allegiant Oil, your energy neighbor. Here's DeSmet on the far side wing. That one tipped and stolen away into the hands of Vosberg. Now Vosberg up to Olsen. Olsen inside, and there's the redemption for Summer Rogers as she gets two on the inside there in her second made bucket of the night. Back the other way with 3 and some change left on the clock in the first half. It's 33-17, Cuba City. Get a floater there, no good by Toria DeVoe, but she is fouled. So DeVoe will shoot free throws. That foul is going to be the second on Vosberg. Cuba City Collision and Repair. Cuba City Collision and Repair is recommended by a long list of satisfied customers. See Joel Groom and Brian Cohn and the Cuba City Collision and Repair crew today. First one good there by Toria DeVoe. She will get one more. Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors at Belmont, Prairie du Chien, and at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. And Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and Sloans.com. Second one, good as well by DeVoe. DeVoe, the leader in the scoring column. She's got 7 of Belleville's 19. Final 3 to go in the first supply, first half, 33-19. The lead for Cuba City. Olsen on the baseline. What a shot there for 2. Hangs in the balance to pick up the bucket there. Back the other way. Belleville looks to respond offensively. Inside, DeSmet goes hard to the rim and gets the finish there. That will also put DeSmet at 7. Home run pass to Cuba City. Leads to a Chris 3 ball, and that one too strong, back iron, no good. Here we go the other way. Edge. Over to Schultz. Now Leitz on the near side wing. Goes to Edge. Edge tries to drive it, and it's blocked by Olsen. We'll keep it on this end with Belleville. Krantz Auto Parts, your local hardware Hank and Napa dealer. See Rob Krantz, the crew at Krantz Auto Parts for full service repairs on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts at Fenimore. And First Supply at Platteville, your total commercial plumbing and heating wholesale outlet. When quality parts are needed, the experts rely on First Supply in Platteville. Inbound goes to Nicole Schultz on the far side wing. Back up top to Leitz. Leitz with the right hand. Kicks back to Edge. Edge over to DeVoe. DeVoe tries to go behind the back. Stolen away. Olsen to the rim. Too strong, no good. Wigman rips away the offensive board, however. Rogers back out to Wigman. She tries a 3, and it's good. It's the second 3 ball tonight for Emily Wigman. And the lead continues to grow for Cuba City. We'll get a 3 on the other end. That one too strong by Nicole Schultz, and we'll get a timeout here by Coach Derby and the Cubans in our final 90 seconds of the First Supply first half. We'll tell you that our broadcast tonight is brought to you by Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only natural wood flooring association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. Boz Electric, call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher at Boz Electric, Lancaster, and Fenimore. Guys Truck and Tractor for heavy-duty towing and recovery, reliable 24-hour roadside service and long-distance transports. Call on Guys Truck and Tractor in Kieler and guystruck.com. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Jury and the gang a call at TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Also brought to you tonight by Donnie Serenado, the only hooker in town. Call for 24-hour roadside service at 568-3014, 568-3014. If you're home for excellent car care, it's Donnie Serenado in Dickeyville. Here's Cuba City. Christ up top. Over to Wigman. Wigman finds Ingersoll. Now Christ near the free throw line, goes to Rowe. On the near side, wing. Works it inside, back out to Ingersoll. Down to our final minute as the seconds begin to take away. Rogers well short on the three. That one out of bounds. It'll be Belleville ball. People's State Bank for personal home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their convenient area locations and visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. 50 seconds to go in the first supply first half. 38-21. Cuba City leads. Edge up top. Kicks over to Leeds. Leeds to DeVoe. DeSmet can't get position. Leeds will work it inside instead. And she's fouled on the way up with 35 ticks left on the clock. That'll be foul number 2 on Allie Ingersoll. Folks, don't go anywhere. After the end of the first supply first half, we'll have our McNett Electric halftime report as our first free throw off the mark here. Talk about some scores in the area, what we're noticing so far here, and talk some keys to the second half. All that and more next on the McNett Electric halftime report. Second one good there for Toria DeVoe. That puts DeVoe up to 8 on the night. Down to the final 20 seconds. Cuban's going to hold this one out for one final shot. Wigman to her right, off a screen. Back to Ingersoll. Ingersoll looks for Christ. She'll attack the hoop and get 2. Down to the final 4. Down to 3, 2, half-court heave. Hits the rim, but it's off the mark. So after one half of play, Cuba City goes to the locker room. They lead it 40-22. We'll take a break. Back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 3,
Fuller's Milker Center and GIA have the management tools you need to keep your dairy's profitability at your fingertips 24 hours a day. From many choices of reliable electronic ID to effective time-saving sort gates to the state-of-the-art Dairy Plan C21, monitor and control your parlor systems as you manage your whole herd. Contact Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your GIA dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center for details on the latest ID systems and sort gates that can help your dairy's efficiency, putting you and your cows in the fast lane.
Hello, Dr. Matt here from Cuba City Family Dental. Something we take pride in is having 3 state-of-the-art facilities in Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington. Our investment in the latest technology and innovative services allows us to provide top-notch dental care to our area families. Take control of your oral health and make an appointment with our team, and let's make your smile the best it can be. Contact Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental now, and let's start this journey together. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
In Game 3.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel at the half. A 40-22 lead for Cuba City over Belleville. Just 2 steps away from the Resch Center in Green Bay. We'll take another break. The McNett Electric halftime report. Presented by McNett Electric in Belmont for all your electrical needs. Call McNett Electric of Belmont. Comes your way after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 4.
Stock up and save on the toughest filters in the business during Wix Filters sale days at your local Auto Value Parts store. Not only will you get the best deal of the season on our very best filters, but you'll also find deep discounts on oil, fluids, grease, batteries, and more. Upgrade your filters during Wix Filters sale days at your local Auto Value Parts store. See store for official sale dates. Auto Value. We've got the parts. We've got the smarts.
St. Patrick's Day is coming, and Tammy's Piggly Wiggly in Galena has everything you need. Colorado premium corned beef points are just $3.49 per pound, and USA Prime whole boneless pork is only $2.99 per pound. Price is good through March 11th. At Tammy's, the butchers cut and hand trim all their meat daily and specialty grind all hamburger twice daily, making sure it's always fresh. Check out shopthepig.com for weekly specials and select Galena, Illinois. Tammy's Piggly Wiggly in Galena.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
In Game 4.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. This is the McNett Electric halftime report. And after one, it's 40-22, the lead for Cuba City over Belleville. We'll take a quick check on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest, where at the half we've got a 21-13 lead for the Edgerton Tigers over the Prairie du Chien Blackhawks. Laconia leads East Troy 40-17 at the half. What an interesting half it was. Here, Cuba City dominant offensively, and the big thing inside has been that post presence inside for Cuba City and what Chris really does for this team. Let's take a look now at some stats in our scoring column. We'll start with Chris, who's got 9 for Cuba City. Ella Vosberg also with 9. Olivia Olson with 9 points. Summer Rogers with 5, and Emily Wigman has 8. On the other side for Belleville, Addison Edge has 3. Toria DeVoe with 8. Kylie Leitz has 4. And Maddie DeSmet has 7. It's looked at many times like Belleville has wanted to go to DeSmet, but has not been able to because of the work that Chris has done inside, but also Vosberg in transition, the shooting of Olsen, and the shooting of Emily Wigman has really, really been helpful for this Cuba City team here tonight. And that's what's helped them get this lead up to 18 so quick, 40-22. Tonight's game is brought to you by Mound City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to use equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop at Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFbank.com. Member FDIC. Cuba City Collision and Repair. Cuba City Collision and Repair is recommended by a long list of satisfied customers. See Joel Groom, Brian Cohn, and the crew at Cuba City Collision and Repair. We'll take another break here. The McNett Electric halftime report continues after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5.
Milk has been building champions for centuries. Research shows that real milk builds pregame muscle, and low-fat chocolate milk restores postgame muscle for athletes like few other beverages. That's why the pros know they're gonna need milk to fuel their performance. Learn their inspiring stories at gonnaneedmilk.com. GONNA needmilk.com. Brought to you by Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
In Game 5.
Back at Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel here in our sectional semifinal game from Lancaster, where it's a 40-22 lead for Cuba City over Belleville. And what a great half it was for them. Now let's talk some keys to the second half for Cuba City. They've got to keep doing what they've been doing. They've been crashing the boards, which is something that Coach Derby talked about. They've been limiting their turnovers, something Coach Derby talked about. Only other thing for them is limiting fouls. As it stands now, Ingersoll has 2, Wigman 1, Rose got 2, Vosberg's got 2, Rogers and Chris both with 1. Add that all up, And that's 9. Just 2 on Belleville. DeSmet has a foul and Addison Edge has a foul. They've been Belleville playing a much more clean half than Cuba City in terms of that. But Cuba City, like they always do, have been taking smart shots. They've been sharing the ball well, and they've been running in transition. Overall, it's been a very good game for Cuba City. On the other side, taking a look at what this one has looked like for Belleville, they haven't been able to get that post presence they've wanted. DeSmet, I would say for a little while in this half, you need to keep trying to feed her and see if she can maybe draw some fouls on Chris. She has a foul. See if she can play through her. If not, you've got to look to Edge. You got to look to DeVoe. You have to look to Leeds and hope that they can get some shooting on the outside to start going, which is something they've struggled with to this point in this one. One final check on the Shoebox scoreboard. Presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. At the half, it's Barneveld over Shullsburg, 27-13. And our D5 sectional game. This game today brought to you by Mark and Trish Thompson's IGA in Cuba City. They want to wish Cuba City basketball good luck. Mark and Trish Thompson's IGA in Cuba City is hometown proud. Go Cubans! Casey McNett Funeral Home and Cremation Service, proud of Cuba City basketball for compassionate care in your family's time of loss. Trust Casey McNett Funeral Home and Cremation Service in Cuba City. McNett Pet Cremations is proud of Cuba City basketball. They're now here to serve your entire family during times of loss, honoring pets and preserving memories. McNett Pet Cremations in Cuba City. Brian Rogers Construction, Cuba City. Quality works at the right price for all your home improvement needs, inside and outside. They love what they do, and you will too. Brett Rogers Construction, Cuba City. Leo's Used Cars 2, Z. Curtis Pint and John Weber for your next ride. Leo's Used Cars 2 on Main Street in Dickeyville, wishing Ella and the girls the best of luck. The Applied Micro staff for your local computer sales and service specialists. For new computers or quick tech fixes, the Applied Micro offers top-of-the-line computers for every need, home or business. Applied Micro computers made easy. Service you could trust. We'll take one final break. This has been the McNett Electric Halftime Report. The second half of the sectional semifinal after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 6.
Attention, kids in 8th through 12th grades from throughout the Tri-States. The Bell Tower Theater wants you to try out for the 12th annual high school show, Heathers the Musical Teen Edition, based on the classic 80s film. Auditions and crew sign-up are March 21st or 22nd. Participation is free. Want to know more? Meet the directors and find out all about the program at their information open house Saturday, March 8th from 10 till noon at the Bell Tower Theater. For more information, go to belltowertheater.net or call 563-588-3377. Grab your junk in the trunk and turn that scrap into cash at West End Salvage. Prices are up again. That's right, West End Salvage in Lancaster has raised prices on all scrap metal and copper. So now is a great time to turn your scrap into serious cash. Don't wait, prices change fast. So call West End Salvage now for the latest rates and get the best deal for your metal. Get more money for your metal at West End Salvage in Lancaster.
In Game 6.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our game tonight brought to you by Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control, over 40 years of professional, friendly service. It'll be Belleville ball to get us underway in this second half of play. And we're underway in this second half of basketball. 40-22, the lead for Cuba City, where we pick things up. On the outside, here's Schultz, Belleville, working to their right as we see it from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth and as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered in the postseason by Tim Slack Auction and Realty and H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. DeSmet on the inside goes up strong, but off the mark. Rebound hauled in by Wigman. Back the other way. There's the feed to Vosberg, and the 2 for the Cuba City senior. Vosberg's 5th made field goal on that one, and it's a 20-point lead. Up top, Leitz kicks to Edge, works to her right. Now inside looking for DeVoe, and it's stolen away by Ashley Rowe. Rowe kicks up ahead to Wigman. She'll try for 3. That one off the mark. Offensive rebound here to Vosberg. Olsen thought about the deep 3. Instead, she'll drive left hand, kicks to Christ. That one on the deck and picked up by DeSmet. It'll be a Cuba City turnover. Back the other way. near side wing, here's Leitz near the free throw line. She kicks out, 3-ball on the way and good by Nicole Schultz, and that's her first made bucket of the night. Back the other way, here's the entry pass to Vosberg, and it's 2 more on the glass for Ella Vosberg. Really heating up here, she leads all scorers with 13. On the outside, Edge to the near side. Corner there to Leitz. She'll work it towards the middle with her left hand. Kicks to Schultz. Schultz backs it out to Edge. Edge to Leitz. Inside, DeSmet. Fakes once. Doubled. Ball on the deck. And we will get a timeout called by DeSmet. This will be a full timeout. We'll take 1-2 back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 7.
When you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Rural Mutual believes there's something more important than winning a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Rural Mutual is the proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award since 1965. The award recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how their team and your community can work
Immerse
together.
yourself in the timeless romance of an iconic film. Dirty Dancing in Concert comes to Five Flags Theater Thursday, March 27th. See the classic film's first ever live film to concert experience while a live band and singers bring the unforgettable soundtrack to life. Get tickets now at the box office and Ticketmaster.
Dirty Dancing in Concert. Your favorite songs performed live. Have the time of your life.
Dirty Dancing at Five Flags Theater.
In Game 7.
Back on Super Hits 106 in the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel out of the timeout, and it's 2 for DeSmet. Good play drawn up there by Coach Legal and the Wildcats out of the timeout. On the other end, Christ tries to circle it inside. She'll go out to Olsen. Olsen goes behind the back, and we'll kick it out here to Rowe. Rowe to Christ on the near side. Now Christ on the inside, travels. But we'll get a foul before that, actually. That foul going to be the second on DeSmet. Here's Chris near the free throw line. Now Vosberg bowls it back out to Christ. Christ looks for Vosberg. Now Olsen fires the 3 from the near side, and it's off the mark. Rowe with the offensive board. Vosberg blocked by Schultz. Here is Schultz on the near side, wing back the other way for Belleville. She goes up to Leitz. Leitz inside and off the glass for 2. Olsen kicks to Rowe. Now Rowe, Christ takes a dribble, spins it around, and can't get that one to fall. Here comes Belleville the other way. DeVoe works off of the screen from DeSmet. Inside, too strong. No good on the glass. Now back the other way. This one fired cross court to Rowe. Rowe works it inside. The nifty move. Gets 2 for Rowe. And it looks like we've got an injury as Schultz goes down. Looks like it's an ankle there. Our game tonight brought to you by Mound City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop in at Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at CubaCityCollision.com. Cuba City Collision and Repair. Cuba City Collision and Repair is recommended by a long list of satisfied customers. See Joel Groom and Brian Cohen and the crew at Cuba City Collision and Repair and Community First Bank for you, the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com. Member FDIC. (46-29). Here the Cuba City lead. Under 14 minutes to go in this second half. Here's DeVoe. Kicks here to Leitz on the far side wing. She works it inside and just too strong. Had an open look in the painted area but can't lay it in for two. Back the other way. Wigman will fire the three. That's good. Emily Wigman with 3 made triples. And she is into double figures with that one. Caskey fires to Leitz. Leitz to Edge. Now back over to DeVoe on the near side wing. DeVoe drives, loses it, stolen away. Up ahead, Vosberg. The 2 on the glass. Never a doubt Ella Vosberg will be filling up the scoring column as she is once again here tonight. 15 points for her so far. This one on the deck, and this one kicked off the foot of Vosberg. It'll stay Belleville basketball. Tell you on our Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. In spring training, at the top of the third, it's the Brewers up 1-0 over the A's. Back to the action here, 51-29, the Cuba City lead as they steal this one away. Wigman the other way, and kind of an afterthought on the pass there as it's stolen away. Back the other way, DeVoe. Edge will work back towards the middle. Edge ticks to Schultz. Back to Funseth, and Funseth travels. That's the first action we've seen here tonight for the 6-foot junior, Cora Funseth. We'll get a 3 here from Ingersoll, and it's good. That's the first bucket of the night for Allie Ingersoll. Now 54-29, your Cuba City lead. This one poked out of bounds by Rowe. It'll stay with Belleville. Now down to 16 teams in girls hoops on this side of the bracket. Cuba City and Belleville, Neelsville and Aquinas playing in that other sectional semifinal in Sectional 3. In Sectional 4, it's Partyville, Westfield, the Prairie School, and Cambridge playing for a spot in the Waterloo Sectional Championship. This one out of bounds. It'll be Cuba City basketball. 11.5 to play in the second half. 54-29, they lead Belleville. Ingersoll inside, Christ, too strong for Caskey as she gets the 2 to fall. Schultz will fire the 3. That one left short, grabs her own rebound and is fouled. That will be foul number 2 on Dia Christ. And kind of incredible when you look at the score. That's Cuba City's 10th team foul over the course of the whole game to this point, with only 3 on Belleville. Those fouls have not been a hindrance to the Cubans whatsoever. Inbound finally comes into DeSmet up top. She leaves for Leitz. Leitz over to Funseth. Funseth to Schultz. Off a screen, Schultz works it to the right. Back to Leitz on the far side. She drives it inside, and it's swatted by Vosberg. Funny thing you hear there in the crowd, this is basketball, not volleyball. Sure looked like Vosberg was going up for the spike there on that one. Belleville inbounds the ball here, stolen away by Vosberg, She leads the charge down the floor, and it's due the other way. This magnificent postseason run continues for Ella Vosberg. She's up to 17 points in the sectional semifinal. Schultz will fire the three. That one no good. DeSmet with the board, and she's fouled on the way up by Summer Rogers. It's 2 on the way for DeSmet. Check on the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. At 10:38 remaining in the second half, Edgerton leads Prairie du Chien 34-18 as free throw number 1 is good by Maddie DeSmet. One more on the way. That one drops. That's her third made free throw of the night, and that puts her at 11 into double figures on that trip to the free throw line. Rowe the other way. Thought she was going to have Rogers there. She did not. It's a Cuba City turnover. Here it is back the other way for Belleville. Approaching the 10-minute mark in this second half. Leads over to Edge. Edge with the right hand. That one drops, and that's Addison Edge's first 2-point bucket of the night, just her second made field goal. Edge steals this one away. She'll push back the other way. Works up to DeVoe. Inside, DeSmet. Try to go to work on Rogers. She gets the 2 there. Now 58-35. Olsen can't get the 2 to fall. So Belleville comes back the other way. Edge inside. DeSmet is fouled. That foul is going to go on Rowe, and that's number 3 on Rowe. Free throws coming up here for Maddie DeSmet. First one, no good. One more free throw on the way for DeSmet. Second one up and good. It's her 4th free throw converted on tonight, as we'll get a timeout here by Cuba City. We'll take 1-2 back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 8.
Hello, Amy here from Cuba City Family Dental. Part of our dedication to excellence in the dental services we offer are same-day crowns. Instead of return visits to our office, we can diagnose and fix your tooth in one day at any of our 3 convenient locations. Call us when you are in need and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont and Prairie du Chien is who to call for top quality CHI overhead doors. Enhance the curb appeal and security of your home by choosing the fine line of CHI overhead doors from Carey's. And when it comes to seamless gutters that keep your home protected from water damage, Carey's has you covered too. Visit Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com today to learn more. They'll service all the rest, and they deal in the best. Get your new CHI overhead doors at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont and Prairie du Chien.
In game 8.
Back on Super Hits 106 in the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Down to our final 9 here at Lancaster. In the Sweet 16, the sectional semifinals, where it's Cuba City with a big lead over Belleville. That one rattles home for Vosberg, and Cuba City reaches 60. As we mentioned in the Raleigh Chiefs pregame, Cuba City put up 90 on Parkview then put up 82 on Mineral Point. Chris picks up her third foul there. We'll keep it with Belleville on this end. Here's Edge. Now Schultz, the near side wing, loses it, regains possession. Tight defense there by Vosberg. She tips it away, steals it away, down the other end of the floor. Can't finish, but Olsen can on the putback. Back the other way, stolen away by Rowe. Up ahead, Wigman gets the 2 to go. And we'll get another timeout here by Belleville and Coach Legal. We'll take 1 2 back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 9.
Do you enjoy playing sports and watching other people compete? Here's a great opportunity for you to get involved. You can make significant income while providing a great community service by becoming a WIAA licensed official. It gives you the opportunity to be involved, stay in shape, and assist in providing the lifelong lessons from education-based athletics. Signing up is easy. Just go to WIAAWI.org. Access the officials tab to get started today. This message is from Queen Bee Radio and the WIAA.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
In game 9.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 64-36, Cuba City's in command here in the sectional semifinals in our final 8 minutes from Lancaster. Another steal. Vosberg up, and another one. It's 21 for Ella Vosberg so far. And another steal and another bucket for Vosberg. Make that 23 for Vosberg, and the lead grows now 68-36 over Belleville. Belleville looking to respond. We'll get a held ball here. Possession gonna make that Cuba City basketball. 7:21 to play here. 68-36 Cuba City leads. Olsen will come out. Rogers back in for the Cubans. Here comes Cuba City the other way. 7 minutes to go in this one. Wigman, Chris thought about the 3, won't take it. Goes back to Wigman, and out of the near side corner, Rowe. Inside, Vosberg back out. Chris will try the 3 now, and that went off the mark, and the putback is good for Ashley Rowe to make it 70-36 Cuba City. Back the other way, DeVoe. Kicks out to Leitz, back to DeVoe. Now over to Ava Schrader. On the outside, Leitz in the near side corner. Schultz goes to the other side of the court to Schrader. Back up top, and a foul. That will be number 4 on Ashley Rowe. Ingersoll into the game. She'll replace Vosberg. .6:18 to go in this one. Quick 3. That one off the mark. And here comes Cuba City the other way. Wigman takes it up for the Cubans. Goes up to Rowe. Rowe sees some space. Kicks to Chris. Chris, one dribble. Hook shot short. No good. 6 to play here. Still 70-36. The lead for Cuba City. Passed over here to Leitz on the near side wing. Now to that corner inside. DeSmet takes a couple dribbles. Working on Christ and is fouled. Free throws coming up for Maddie DeSmet. That'll be the second foul on Emily Wigman. Free throws on the way for DeSmet. First one up and good. DeSmet will get one more at the line. As now Rowe will come out. Redfern in her spot. Second one good as well for DeSmet. 70-38 in our final 5:40. Cuba City on top here. Minutes away from punching their ticket to the sectional finals. Here's Redfern on the perimeter. Almost has it stolen away into the hands of Wigman. Goes back to Redfern. Now Rogers looks inside. Christ can't get it to go with the left hand. Offensive rebound won by Rogers. Her putback off the mark, and DeSmet fights for the board. Back the other way. Three ball from Edge. That one drops. Second three ball from Edge will push Belleville over 40, 70-41. Now your score in favor of Cuba City. Inside. The lay is good for Allie Ingersoll. She scoops it into the bucket with her left hand, 72-41 after that one. Now back the other way. Schrader on the outside. Kicks to Edge. Edge back to Schrader. She'll try the deep two from the corner. That's off the mark. Back the other way. Redfern on the perimeter. Wigman, three ball, short. Rebound hauled in by Toria DeVoe. Down to 4 minutes in this one. DeVoe on the far side is going to be fouled. We'll get that one on Trina Redfern, her first. And that is the 7th team foul on Cuba City. Free throws on the way for Belleville. We'll get some quick subs here. Emerson Niles and Lainey Welp check in for Cuba City, and that'll likely do it for Wigman and Christ. Bonus situation coming up here for Belleville. Got to make one to get the next. Toria DeVoe has hit the line shooting free throws. Front end up and good. She'll get one more. DeVoe's second free throw up, and that one good as well. That one rattles home. 4 minutes exactly to play, 72-43. Your lead for Cuba City. Inbound thrown in here to Redfern. Ingersoll up the floor to Welp. Welp on the near side wing goes to Rogers on the baseline. Inside, Ingersoll. Too strong, no good. DeVoe pushes the other way. She looks inside for DeSmet, but it's stolen away. DeSmet takes it right back and calls for time. We got a timeout. We will take 1-2 back after this on Super Hits 106 in the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 10.
Oh, I can't even think about cooking tonight. I'm so exhausted. You know what? I'll just grab Quick Trip for supper. It's easy and everyone likes it. Plus, I need gas anyway. 2 birds, 1 stone. And it's so affordable. With my rewards card, I'll save even more. Yes, I am winning tonight. Wait, the kids are totally going to want dessert. I'll grab some of their chocolate chip cookies. Maybe for later, or for the drive home. It's fine. Life's busy. Quick Trip's got you. Food's here.
Are you tired of hearing, "I'm bored," from the kids after school? The Bell Tower Theater can help with that. They have 4 amazing classes to choose from, so you are sure to find something perfect. No experience necessary. All kids, kindergarten through 6th grade, are welcome. This 6-week session of classes starts March 24th. Registration deadline is March 12th, and spaces are limited. Financial assistance is available. Call the Bell Tower Theater at 563-588-3377 or online at belltowertheater.net.
In game 10.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Fun Seth can't get the layup to go there. Rebound won by Cuba City by Niles. Back the other way. Redfern fires the 3. It's short. And the rebound is won by DeVoe. Down to the final 3:15, 72-43. Cuba City leads it in the sectional semifinal. DeVoe will try the layup, and it's good. Counted and one. DeVoe's been money at the line tonight. 6 of her 12 have come from there so far. It's going to be the 3rd foul on Ingersoll, as it looks like that's the last we'll see of Summer Rogers tonight. Free throw, good there by DeVoe, and she will check out here. So we'll see Bailey McGuire into the game for Cuba City as well. Ingersoll will come out. Brooke Terpstra into the game. 3 minutes and some change here in this game, 72-46. Here's Doherty. Over to Terpstra. Now Niles up top. Fires a pass to Redfern. Redford to Doherty. Doherty to Welp. Welp to Doherty. Doherty up top. 2 to go. Welp tries the 3, and that's no good. Back iron. Rebound won by Niles inside. Doherty fouled on her way up, and she'll get free throws. That foul is going to go on Ava Schrader, her first. First one good for Bethany Doherty. Couple more subs here. Zoe File into the game for Belleville, as well as Taylor Schmidt and Bryn Prohaska. Second one up and good as well for Doherty. And we'll push that lead up even more in the final 2.5. 74-46. Cuba City leads. Funseth near the free throw line, goes back to File. File drives it, and short on the lay. That'll be Cuba City basketball. Don't go anywhere after this. We will have our Reeves Wealth Management post-game show. We'll wrap things up, see if we can get a score on that Neilsville-Aquinas game, talk about Saturday, and look at some other scores in the area. Terpstra on the outside. Kicks to Niles in our final 2 minutes. Welp on the near side. Wing goes to Doherty. Doherty eventually into the hands of Welp. Welp fires that pass to Niles. Now Doherty up top. Works it inside. And she'll take it to the rack. Shot no good, but she is fouled. That's Cora Funseth's first foul. And 2 free throws on the way for Bethany Doherty. First one short, she'll get one more. Couple subs in here. Taya Gilbertson in for Belleville. For Cuba City, Erica Dressler into the game. Second free throw up and eventually good for Doherty. Now 75-46 with 1:45 to go in this one. Gilbertson on the near side wing. Kicks to Schmidt in the corner. Schmidt to File. File over to Gilbertson with 1.5 to go. This one out of bounds. Last touched by Bryn Prohaska. It'll be Cuba City ball. Here comes Cuba City the other way. 75-46 with our final 1:20 on the clock. Niles over to Welp. Welp to Doherty. Now Dressler to Niles over on that far side wing. She comes back to Welp. Niles drives it. Back to Welp. Welp pulls up the deep two. That one too strong. Back iron, no good. Rebound falls to Bailey McGuire. McGuire goes the other way. Kicks to File, and that one almost saved as Taylor Schmidt slips and falls. Her foot hits the sideline as she goes down. It'll be Cuba City basketball with 47 ticks left on the clock. Niles will take it up the floor and down to our final 40 seconds in this one. Here's Doherty with 30 seconds. There's a shot. That one good there. And down to our final 15 seconds. That one out of bounds on the other end. Coach Derby gonna call his Cubans off. We'll inbound this one, and that will be that. Your final score here tonight, Cuba City, one step away from state, yet again, 77-46. They are going to the sectional finals in the Dells on Saturday. We'll take a break here and get started with the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame 1 minute.
Hey y'all, I'm Kelly Clarkson. Every American dreams of creating a better life for his or her family, but in some communities, those dreams face difficult challenges. When we come together to help those in need get the same opportunities as everyone else, we truly are making our country a better place to live for all of us. So look for volunteer opportunities in your community to help others achieve the American dream, all right? This message is courtesy of the United States Air Force.
A fraction of a raindrop, 3 grains of salt. At up to 100 times more potent than morphine, the tiniest amount of illegal fentanyl is all it takes to cause an overdose. Fentanyl can be mixed into heroin, cocaine, pressed pills, meth, and other drugs. It could be in your drugs, and you wouldn't be able to see it, taste it, or smell it. Learn more at cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too.
Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and experiences connect through conversation, and it feels good.
This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together. Start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
I left the military with a traumatic brain injury. I came home to fight depression, anxiety, and alcohol.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Adam Greathouse, Army veteran.
DAV helps veterans get the benefits they've earned.
With DAV's help, I've built a new life for myself.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory is just experiencing life.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Hello, my name is Andrea Delzell, and I've been using a wheelchair since I was 5 years old. If I had one message for the general public, it would be relax. Some folks get really flustered around disabled people, so they just pretend we're not there. I've actually had waiters talk to my companion and completely ignore me. People with disabilities just want the same respect and consideration as everyone else.
This is a message from United Spinal Association. Download our disability etiquette booklet at unitedspinal.org.
It is time for the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show. Edward Jones is a financial services firm serving individuals and business owners. Is your money working as hard as it should be? This is Elena Reeves with Edward Jones. If you want to provide for your children's education, reduce your tax bill, or prepare for a comfortable retirement, we need to talk. Today, more than ever, your financial security deserves the attention of full-time financial advisors. Take advantage of our years of experience. Contact financial advisors Elena or Ben Reeves at 608-348-2441 or stop by our office on Highways 80 and 81 in Platteville next to Sups Nutrition. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. This is the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show as we get set to wrap things up here from Lancaster, between the Cuba City Cubans and the Belleville Wildcats, where it's a big win here for Cuba City once again in this postseason. 77-46, they take down Belleville to move one step closer to the state tournament. So we'll start to break things down here and wrap it up on the Reeves Wealth Management post-game show. We'll start off by telling you the score of our Neelsville and Aquinas game. And the seconds officially ticking away in this one now. And the clock will strike 0 there. It's a 53-38 win for La Crosse Aquinas. So with that win, 58-33, it's going to be Aquinas and Cuba City playing for a trip to the Resch Center on Saturday in the Dells. And one fun fact we can tell you is in the last 10 years in this sectional, there have only been 3 teams in girls basketball who have qualified for the state tournament. Cuba City has qualified twice, Mineral Point 3 times, and Aquinas 5 times. This year, it will be either Cuba City or Aquinas, adding to that total. Definitely some of the better programs in the area that you're going to see on Saturday with Aquinas and Cuba City. Let's take a look at some of the final statistics that we've got here tonight. We'll start with scoring, and we'll start off with Belleville. For Belleville, Nicole Schultz finishes with 3. Addison Edge puts up 8. For Toria DeVoe, it's 13. Kylie Leitz has 6, and Maddie DeSmet has 16. And for Cuba City, Bethany Doherty has 3 points. Allie Ingersoll 5. Emily Wigman puts up 13. It's 4 for Ashley Rowe, 5 for Summer Rogers. Olivia Olson and Dia Chris both finish with 11. But once again, Ella Vosberg having an all-time great postseason performance. It's 23 points for her tonight in the victory. That's half of what Belleville scored as a team. Those are your scoring stats for both sides. Got to name a Tricor turning point now. That's brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance. At the half, wasn't really that out of hand yet, especially once we got into that half a little bit. Belleville kind of pushed back, but really a period there, I'd say, the early middle part of that second half where Cuba City was able to really start creating a lot of turnovers. Once that happened, they were able to score a lot of points in transition, really balloon that score, get it up to 30 at one point, back-to-back timeouts from Belleville around that time, and that's really what it took to close things out for Cuba City and ride that comfortable lead the rest of the way out in this one. Not a lot of surprises here. Cuba City was very close to taking home a gold ball last year. Much of that team back, and they're just one trip away from earning another opportunity at Green Bay. Let's take a look at the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the large independent shoe store in the Midwest. Our last check that we had in Richland Center between Belleville and Shullsburg was with 11:10 left in the in the second half, rather, my apologies. Barneveld was leading Shullsburg 31-21. So a 10-point lead for Barneveld in the final 10 minutes of that one. If you want the rest of that one, it's on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And your final, I at least know we're down to 2 area teams as Edgerton defeats Prairie du Chien 49-36 there. So the season is over for the Prairie du Chien Blackhawks in that one. We'll take one more break here. Hopefully hear from Coach Jason Derby, the Cuba City Cubans, and then we'll wrap things up from Lancaster. We'll take a break back after this on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame 1 minute.
You want to give your baby everything, so start with a safe sleep area. Babies younger than 1 should always be placed to sleep on their backs on a firm and flat surface like a safety-approved crib. And keep blankets, pillows, and other soft or loose items out of the crib when the baby is in it. Learn more about safe sleep for babies at safetosleep.nichd.nih.gov. Sponsored by the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development.
It's been said that when someone you love has Parkinson's, you have Parkinson's.
The Parkinson's Foundation knows that the disease doesn't just affect the diagnosed. It affects everyone who supports and helps care for them.
If you have questions, the Parkinson's Foundation has answers.
We can help you understand the disease
and give you tips for living a better life.
Find your answers at parkinson.org or call 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
These are the sounds of a dinner. A dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Over 2.8 million Americans have served in our military since 9/11. Many have returned home with devastating injuries and few resources for them and their families. This is news correspondent Bob Woodruff. I sustained a life-threatening injury while reporting from Iraq in 2006. The military had my back that day, and they have each other's while serving. It's time we had theirs. Please join us as part of the Got Your Six initiative. To learn more, go to gotyoursix.org using the number 6.
Postgame 1 minute.
Back on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel here. A 77-46 win for Cuba City, who's one step away from the state tournament in Green Bay. Now joined by Jason Derby, the head coach of the Cuba City Cubans. Congrats on the win tonight, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, so first question I want to ask you is something that I noticed when I got to this gym right away. Now, it is a further drive from Belleville here than Cuba City, but you saw how many fans there were here from Cuba City in the gym tonight. What does that community support mean for you and your team when you walk in and see all that orange and black in the stands?
That's something on the long list of things that makes Cuba City such a special place. Like, it's just so fun to have that. It's so fun for the kids to have that. And, you know, that's just what Cuba City does, and we're thankful for it. We certainly don't take it for granted.
Yeah, a lot of yellow and the black in the stands tonight. Now, looking at the game, you got off to a quick start early. It was a 13-3 lead for your team. What kind of energy do you think you guys brought out of the gate that led you to get that quick start in the scoring column?
Yeah, I think it looked like we came out focused and ready to run, which is, you know, what we hoped to do, which was good. Belleville, this is no surprise at all. They battled back and kept it tight there, and they're well coached. They're a good team. They deserve to be here. So they certainly battled, and the final score doesn't really do it justice, but that they were in there. So we had to fight the whole way.
Yeah, now one player that we talked about last Saturday that I want to talk about it again, she had 23 points, and as you said, once Belleville kind of battled back, she put your Cubans back in control for really the rest of the game. That's Ella Vosberg. What do you have to say about her performance here tonight?
Yeah, she can do a little bit of everything. So she did a really, really nice job, you know, both defensively and offensively. And when we can get her out in transition or even in the half court, she's a tough matchup. You know, do you put someone fast on her or do you put someone big on her? And, you know, we feel like she can take some advantage of that either way.
Yeah, now last thing for you, it's a 58-33 win in the other sectional semifinal game. Number 2, Aquinas takes down Neillsville, so it's going to be you and Aquinas going at it in the Dells on Saturday. Your early thoughts on that one?
Yeah, Coach Donarski does a great job over there. Aquinas is a team that's annually, they're going to be right there annually, so they'll be ready to come pressure. They'll have a lot of chaos. And they're super well coached and they play hard. So, we've got under 48 hours to get rested, get ready, and then get to go play a really, really fun game.
All right, Coach Jason Derby of the Cuba City Cubans. 1 win away from state. Congrats on the win here tonight, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate the coverage.
Jason Derby of the Cuba City Cubans there. You'll hear from Dia Christ momentarily, and it's one more win for Cuba City until they get to the state tournament. As we mentioned it earlier, it was a 58-33 win for Aquinas over Neillsville. So you've also been putting together a nice little postseason run. We'll tell you so far Aquinas has taken down Melrose Mindoro 66-26 in this postseason. Following that, it was a 69-50 win over Bangor, and now a 58-33 win over Neillsville to get to this point. Very solid postseason run for them so far. Cuba City as well, dominant for both of these teams. Next, we'll bring in Dia Christ of Cuba City. All right, congratulations on your win tonight, Dia.
Thank you.
All right, so first question I've got for you is, obviously you've been dealing with some injuries this year. What does it mean to be able to play in this game? I talked to Coach Derby, come into the gym, see all your fans here, and have the opportunity to play in this sectional postseason game.
It means a lot. It was a little scary at first. I wasn't really sure how I'd finish off my season or what it'd look like, but once I knew that I'd be able to come back and play, it was honestly a relief that I could finish out the season with my teammates and, try and go for a gold ball. So it means a lot to be able to get back on the floor.
Now, one person I want to talk about is Maddie DeSmet. You were going up against her all night, a very, very talented center for Belleville. She finished with 16, but for much of the night, you were able to shut her down. What was that battle like for you in the post?
It was pretty intense. Maddie's a really skilled player, and, she's about the same size as me. It's definitely a little harder for me to play post defense right now just with a knee brace on, so I was a little slow on there, but my teammates were doing a really good job of helping me and coming in the lane to make it a little more of a contested shot for Maddie, but she did a really good job finishing over both of us. So
next thing I've got for you, rebounds. You guys won in the rebound column in the last couple games, especially here tonight. And, when you're in those situations, when you grab that ball in the post, what's it like knowing that you've got options like Olivia Olsen or Ella Vosberg in transition where a lot of you guys got your points tonight?
It's pretty awesome because I feel like lately we've been really emphasizing that, and I feel like we put up a lot more points than what we normally have just because we put a big emphasis on kicking the ball out and trying to push it up the court. So I say if we keep doing that for the next couple playoff games, if we keep winning, it'll definitely set us at an advantage.
All right, last thing for you, it's a 58-33 win for Aquinas over Neillsville. What are your early thoughts on that game on Saturday in the Dells?
I feel like we're going to come out really ready to play. They stopped us my sophomore and my freshman year. My sophomore year, they stopped us up at the Dells, so we want to come out this game and be the winner of that one. So I feel like we're going to come out real strong for that game and be prepared for them. So, yeah.
All right, that is Dia Christ of the Cuba City Cubans. Congratulations on the win tonight. Enjoy this one, and good luck against Aquinas.
Thank you.
All right, those are some victorious Cuba City Cubans, as we mentioned, 77-46, the win tonight over Belleville. We'd like to thank Coach Jason Derby and thank Dia Christ for their time on our postseason interview here as we get set to wrap things up from Lancaster. Let's take a look at what we've got coming up over the next couple days on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. We'll tell you that tomorrow we've got a quadruple header on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. On X1071 Extreme Hit Music, River Ridge is at North Crawford. Right here on Super Hits 106, it's Fenimore at Cuba City. On ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL, it's Iowa Granite Mineral Point on 97.7 Country WGLR. It's Parkview at Lancaster. All four of those games The Rally Cheese pregame show starting around 6:40, and a busy day on Saturday. Here is our slate. Team State Wrestling semifinals get us started in the morning at 9:40 on 97.7 Country WGLR. It's D2 Fenimore, the 4 seed, against the top seed Coleman. And on X1071 Extreme Hit Music, it's D3 action with number 2 Mineral Point against number 3 Stratford. If Fenimore or Mineral Point win, will have their championship matches at 2:40. Fenimore on WGLR and Mineral Point on X1071. The Badgers take on Penn State at 11 o'clock on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL. In girls basketball action, D5, it's going to be Barneveld and Aliva Strum at Lacrosse Logan on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel around 1 o'clock. We can also tell you that at 1 o'clock on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, it's going to be Aquinas against Cuba City. And after all that, wrestling, girls basketball, it's the boys basketball regional finals Saturday night. It's going to be the winner of Parkview and Lancaster at Mineral Point on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. The Fenimore Cuba City winner either at Darlington or versus Belleville on Super Hits 106. It's going to be the New Glarus River Valley winner at Platteville if Platteville is able to pick up a win tomorrow night on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL. And it's going to be North Crawford River Ridge winner at Potosi on X1071 Extreme Hit Music and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And a YouTube-only broadcast, Highland at Royal, what we've got there. That's what's coming up on the Queen Bee Radio family of stations. As we get set to sign it off, we'd like to say thank you to all the staff here at Lancaster High School for having us tonight. It's always a pleasure. Thanks to our sponsors who make our broadcast possible, and thanks to you for tuning into this one tonight. The preceding has been a Queen Bee Radio Sports presentation of Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank High School Sectional Semifinal Girls Basketball, presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, powered in the postseason by Tim Slack Auction and Realty and H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical on Super Hits 106 KIYX, Sageville, Dubuque. From the Wolf Construction broadcast booth, I'm Matthew Ganinin. Cuba City keeps their postseason rolling, a 77-46 win over Belleville. It's the boys basketball regional semifinals tomorrow night, and on Saturday, we've got some champions to crown. The boys basketball regional championships, girls basketball sectional championships, and team state wrestling championships on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. Signing off from Lancaster. Have a great rest of your night, folks.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation.
Dubuque Super Hits 106 is KIYX Sageville, Dubuque, a Queen Bee radio station. On air at 106.1 and online at superhits106.com.
All the songs I love.